The penultimate game of the Hockey World Cup 2014 here in The Hague. Welcome once again to the Kyocera Stadium. Argentina and England quest for some rare World Cup metal. Argentina has never won a medal in a men's event at the World Cup, while England has just the one medal back in 1986 when they claimed a silver medal. So the fans of England and Argentina are here in force, hoping for a fine game of hockey and for their men to find a spot on the podium. Barry Middleton there, the veteran captain of England, ready to go into battle for the 311th time in an England strip. And what a tournament it has been for the men from Argentina in the semi-finals of the World Cup for the first time. The 30-year-old ready to stride out once more. Quentin Hull and Simon Mason with you for the call of the bronze medal game. And a lot at stake for these two teams. A huge improvement in Argentina's hockey at this tournament. And England hoping that they can add to that silver medal from 1986.
Yeah, indeed. England probably a little bit above expectation for this tournament, making the semi-finals, but Argentina unbelievably good, structured in defence, aggressive in offence. Should be a good game.
And Spider-Cam takes you over the top of the halfway line there and into the sky above the pitch here at the regular home of ADO Den Haag. But it's been the home of hockey for the last 16 days. This game and one more to come before we close the curtain on this magnificent tournament. Fans of all types in. It's a crisp Sunday afternoon in The Hague. And every expectation is that this is going to be an entertaining and hardly fought contest between these two nations. What a great contribution Peter van Dinther has made at the latter stage of the tournament. He's been our bugler for the closing phases. A pretty good skyline above us here, just east of central Den Haag, as England will play in red today against the familiar blue and white stripes of the Lions of Argentina. Here they are, started the tournament ranked 11 in the world, but they're in the top 4 here.
And some incredibly exciting players. Look out for number 12, Lucas Villa, free running. Number 26, Augustin Mazzilli, probably one of the best forwards in the world at the moment, and you cannot ignore number 2, our tournament's top goal scorer from penalty corners. The big Gonzo, Fiat, will be up there.
And this man's had a very busy tournament. He'll continue as the Argentinian men's coach, but has stepped aside as the women's coach. Never won a medal at an Olympic or World Cup tournament in men's hockey. A huge opportunity for Argentina today. And will he beat Action Jackson today? He's been hampered with a bit of an injury throughout this tournament, Ashley Jackson. But yet again, England will look to him, among others, for the creative force today.
All right, England are going to have to look to their defensive midline. So if you're looking at Lewis, number 24, Pinner is going to have to be something like Iron Man in goal to deny Piat. But then the flanks, Henry Weir, can he contain Mazzilli going down the outsides?
And Bobby Crutchley looks on. England beaten by the Netherlands 1-0 in a semi-final, a very tight-fought encounter, while Argentina went down 5-1 to Australia. He's been important again, a couple of great saves off the line and penalty corners. Barry Middleton in the last game. Wonderful pictures from Spidercam attached to the 4 light towers here at the Kyocera Stadium as we count down to the second last game of the tournament. Bronze the prize for the victor. Argentina to the right of screen and England to the left. It would be rare metal for both of these countries. A first-time medal for Argentina, and England looking to add to its solo silver of 1986. England did, of course, play in this game 4 years ago. It was against the Netherlands, and the Dutch winning that by 4-3 to deny England a place on the podium. So for a second consecutive World Cup, they've put themselves in a place to fight for bronze. And of course, that was also the game they played in at the home Olympics, where it was Australia who denied them there on the Smurf turf of the Rabobank Arena. And Middleton's already in a bit of strife, but wins the free hit. So what are we expecting?
Well, for those people who were able to watch the last game that we saw, the free-flowing encounter between Germany and Belgium, I don't think you're going to see that again. These teams have got to this point in the competition with compact, well-organised defence and then counter-attack forays. And I think that's what they'll have to rely on, particularly in the early stages of this game. They'll look to deny their opponents opportunity and then look for their big individual elimination players. Catlin for England, Mazzilli, Villa for Argentina.
Gleghorn just unable to get on the end of that long ball. Our officials today, Marcin Grochal of Poland. ably assisted and helped by Martin Madden of Scotland. So they're the two men you'll be able to hear chirping through your speakers. Let's hope it's a clean and well-contested game of hockey.
Brogdon wins the ball back, and England need Brogdon to play as he did right in the very first game. He was unbelievably good in the first half against Spain, tearing them apart single-handedly. And they'll need him when he picks up the ball to run with purpose, cut in field, eliminate and deliver balls into the circle.
So Gilardi gets it moving through midfield, and it comes all the way out to Pelat on the right, and an incisive ball down the wing, but the first touch from Mazzilli lets him down. An easy clearance for Lewis, but Dixon not up to the trap. So Argentina with a first. Real sojourn to the attacking end. Argentina started its tournament with a loss to the Netherlands, but beat Germany 1-0, and then wins over New Zealand, Korea and South Africa, all ensuring that they were able to qualify for the last four to World Cup for the first time.
Juan Martin Lopez just being told to take the free hit back before it's drilled in. That's off Brogdon's fingers. That'll smart.
Dixon gets a nice touch. But Gilardi, who's hit? England. As Gleghorn pressures there. So Lewis to inbound.
So Argentina setting their 60-metre press as they have done throughout this game.
A great touch there to ensure a turnover of possession. Brunet was the man. He's running on in support. Villa, well, he nearly went all the way himself. He had some help there from the original interceptor, but decided to go on a solo raid.
He did, and he cuts in field to the left and right now, and now just flips the ball towards far post. Pinner suggesting he knew where his goal was, but that was close. It went over the toe of his kicker. And England getting turned over when they pass the ball diagonally from too far away. Bit of pressure when it goes into midfield. Dixon now faced with a little bit of pressure. England needs to be just a little more decisive with where they're going with the ball.
Weir and Middleton down the left. The veterans harassed by Masili, but gets it back to Dixon. Where to now? Back to the space. Lewis out to the right. He's got the tall Fox. The captain again, looking long. He wants to release, but just showing some patience, letting Jackson have a run. He draws a man and links with Weir. Nicely played. Weir still to the D, almost. Free hit just outside the exclusion zone.
Passing Rockwell coming back to the first free hit. Jackson over the top of it.
And he goes through the legs.
Great skill.
But there was a second man anticipating. Yes, he's got all the tricks. Jackson and Catlin trying to work a way in here. Good work between the two of them against three, but Argentina win out. And Paredes comes away.
Catlin, what a shave tackle.
Magnificent from behind from Nick Catlin.
Oh, I don't understand why his opponents are saying it was back of his stick. In every part of the game now, we see the leading edge of the stick used. Even sometimes we do see a little bit of the back, but the chase tackle here, that's just the edge of the stick as it's gone through. Touching it back to your own team. Great commitment.
Shingles for England. That's a good ball. But just that moment for Catlin there. There was a man in front of him. Good intensity early on in the battle for bronze. Big crowd outside enjoying a bit of lunch as Bobby Crutchley watches on. It's interesting timings for the last couple of days of the tournament. It means we haven't really had full houses for the bronze medal game with the hosts to play in the gold medal game. But what we did notice yesterday is that it didn't take them long to get in here and have a look at some good hockey, even though Holland is next up. The locals keen to come and have a look as that ball in had a stick waiting, and it almost was in off the stick of Martinez, right in front of Pinner's goal.
Smashed across from Lopez. Now how Martinez has missed that, his hand's just too high, his weight's in his heels, and in doing so it's just pulled his wrist, his lower forearms up and away from the turf, the stick handle raising, the ball going underneath.
Ball for England, and plenty of numbers in midfield, so patience required here for the man in red. Lewis.
Jackson just needs to get himself 10 yards in front of the back two when he receives it. If he can do that and turn and get his eyes up, he'll be able to deliver those little push passes he does so well. Flick passes off his wrists. No big backswing.
Lopez. And a man on the right wing. Lucas Villa. Dangerous player on the ball and wins the free hit among three defenders.
Well, just to retain the possession is job done when you're faced with, when you're swarmed with three opponents. Well, he did do that. Won the free hit, was able to try and go forwards.
Ibarra to Gilardi. And 2-on-2 ahead. Finds the stick of Villa. Now down low. Another chance for Argentina to create here. Martinez, play on. Villa. A lot of red shirts around there, but still Argentina on the ball. Free hit England. Off the foot. And busy work from a number of players there. Villa, along with Martinez. Matthias Ray also had a very good game against Australia in the semi-final, and the beaten cause there. Looks like he's finishing the tournament well.
Yeah, see it. Okay. Guys, hey!
Now Marcin Rockel is already having a word with physical contact in the circle. Michael Hoare, being the England defender, being warned.
Well, two similar squads played each other at the London Olympic Games. Of course, under the banner of Great Britain at the Olympics, as we watch Mantell try and chase it down, and he does well, but the interception is also quite a good one. Oh, and unfortunately for Gilardi, that was just an accident. Gilardi's up and okay. Yes, Great Britain on that occasion winning 4-1 in the pool phase at the last real major meeting between these two nations.
Yeah, since then, though, I think Argentina have made real strides in how they play. Not quite so sure that England have made any further strides compared to that GB side.
Michael Hoare to inbound. Lewis, Martin, Hoare again, and just the mistrap there from Tom Carson, 23-year-old, admonishing himself. We called it early. Saw plenty of goals in the Germany-Belgium game previous to this, with Belgium claiming 5th place. A lot of patience early between these two teams.
Yeah, it's very difficult to change your playing style just for one game towards the end of a tournament. Both these sides have got to this point by just defending in a really compact way, allowing their opponents possession, allowing them to come up to probably 10 yards inside their own defensive half, hold the shape, deny the top of the D.
Well, Masili here with the ball in. A few dangers ahead, but looked like one-on-one inside the D, so the England defence was back and aware of the threat.
Yeah, and that's hopeful ball in from Argentina. England won't mind that at all, because if they've got their defensive shapes right, those balls will go into harmless areas of the circle or to players under contact.
Oh, great throw from Lewis and control by Shingles for a moment, but was building nicely. Ends up again with Argentina just working it around the back. Lopez. Juan Ignacio Gilardi, and through Pedro Ibarra they settle.
And you feel, because of the playing styles, that the first real opportunity is likely to come because of a mistake or a poor ball into midfield, a forced pass that's suddenly taken down, and the counter-attack bursts forward from 20-30 metres away from goal.
Well, already we've seen there a replication of what England did, trying to beat that midfield press by the overhead downfield. So the progression of the world number 4 England, who, by the way, need to win the bronze medal to stay number 4 in the world rankings. It's quite a bizarre turn of events, which I'll try and explain to you as simply as I can when we get a moment. Because Belgium's 4-year cycle since the last World Cup has been more consistent than England's, and Belgium finished 5th here, it means that England need the number of points awarded to the bronze medalists to stay in 4th place, or otherwise Belgium will take that ranking. There's a little bit of, well, that doesn't make sense about it, but I think if you follow the world of tennis and think of tennis rankings and the way that they work, with points going on and points dropping off, as well, looks like the pressure of England's dropped off here, because a good run forward by Paredes, and he puts it to a dangerous position, swept away, and Catlin can journey over the 25.
Interchange of passes with Harry Martin leading away to the right for Catlin to look for as he goes forward.
A bit loose, but Martin will get on it eventually, and now the chance for England at the other end. He's let go to the back line, and the Argentinian defence, well, very, how would you call that? Structured, aware, confident in Vivaldi on the line, just wanting to cover the top of the D.
Yeah, well, the issue you've got, as soon as a player drives along that baseline, if as a defender you're in field, you have to try and tackle on the reverse, and as soon as you extend the reverse stick, you open your feet up. So Harry Martin will be looking for feet in that opportunity. If the goalkeeper's compact on the near post, you can just stand there and let the player run into you, as Vivaldi did. So good understanding between the defensive players and the goalie. We'll see here. Martin down the baseline, eyes are up, looking for passes. He has none, so he's tried to go forehand and then underneath Vivaldi. Vivaldi just doing his job, blocking. There's the good double leg block. No, nothing's going through there.
So very calm defence from Argentina. No goals early on in the bronze medal game. And just to continue that story of the rankings, Argentina starting the tournament 11th and will rise to 7th, regardless of the outcome of this match. So, the first time into the top 4 at the World Cup, and they'll lift 4 world rankings places from outside the top 10 up to number 7.
Yeah, as I understand it, Quinn, you've got basically a degradation of points. If you win points 4 years ago, every year the value of those points diminishes. Therefore, so England's points are kind of going down, and they need points from this, because Belgium's more recent wins in major competitions have a greater value in the standings once that degradation is taken into account.
So I hope that's not all too complicated for you. That's the state of play away from who wins the medal here. But the rankings, of course, are important in many other facets of qualifications for tournaments and seedings, etc. throughout the 12 months of the hockey year. Now, Catlin, again, England just trying to work a good penetration into the circle here. Jackson usually likes to use a bit of space. Didn't get great timing on that pass. Mantell, not much hope, but Catlin, oh, brilliant skill. Eliminating a couple, but Masili comes away. Numbers again for Argentina, despite the trickery of Nick Catlin. Now Villa and Lucas Villa away. He shows some skill. Gets past Hoare. Masili with help.
Well, Henry Weir being exposed out to that side, needs to get a double team defensively. You don't want to go head-to-head with Masili. His elimination skills are awesome, and you just need to have a defensive player on your left shoulder who can tackle on the forehand.
Calmlessly away for a 16-yard hit.
There's no need for you to go with the shoulder here. No need.
When will we get to see Big Palat unfurl his power? He has been one of the real finds of the tournament, the number 2 for Argentina, still just 21 years of age. He has scored in every game bar 1 that Argentina have played in this tournament. But at the other end, Brogdon with a run. Dispossessed and 2-on-1. Umpire says that was fair play ball, but a loose touch from Brunet breaks down a possible Argentinian surge.
Well, I think the run from Brogdon was the right one, picking it up and cutting cross-field. Going in straight lines against this well-structured Argentinian defence is going to yield very few dividends. But if from either side of the pitch you can pick at half-back where Fox is now, and then just cut the ball right to left and accelerate down the defender's right foot or left foot from the other side. See if more outcomes.
In charge again at the back. Weir, and there's Brogdon once more, but 2 against 3. Weir with a good touch and keeps on going, but just couldn't keep it on his stick. Matthias Ray, he's been an attacking player, but he loses it there. Martin for England. Ping pong around the 25 there, and it's going to be Argentina to come away through Masili. Over halfway, outnumbered, but able to maintain possession. And no real rush from Argentina to come downfield. There are 5 men still behind halfway.
Well, they've always set themselves up with that 4- and 5-man defensive zone, and it's always been about their attackers going in 1s, 2s and 3s. It's not been about a structured 6, 7, 8-man build-up. That moment there, Masili was denied because Catlin's defensive running, and I do think Catlin's been England's outstanding player this tournament, not just because of his creativity in midfield, but the work rate that he's shown defensively all around the ground as he chases back now.
Because Brunet's on the ball, and he's trying to conjure a chance here. Works the back line well. Brunet, has he found a foot? No, play on. England survive without Argentina earning that penalty corner. So Martin surges onto the pass from Gleghorn. And Brogdon will inbound. No goals in the battle for bronzes yet. And Fox has a line of 5 across that attacking side of midfield for England. Lewis ball deflected by Lucas Ray. But Lewis comes up to restart, trying to dribble it in, but a good wall built by the Argentinian defence. And once again, it's that man, Lucas Villa, coming away.
Dixon denying the return ball to Villa as he drove forward and dropped it off his shoulder. He continued his run. And it's imperative from both these sides that as the midfielders overlap, if they're smart, if they're running away from their team, they'll drop the ball back into the second wave of players and continue to accelerate. If you then don't mark those players that are accelerating to give forward options, That's when the 1-2s occur and you end up with opportunity to drive at the head of the circle. So the midfield defence running off the ball, crucial.
And Pelat throws the overhead. Oh, which is let go by Lewis and very comfortably controlled by Villa. Wins the side ball, so that's work from Argentina. Got them to the right end. Trying to draw the foot from Weir, and he has. 3 goals for the tournament. Lucas Villa, he's their next most dangerous threat behind the penalty corner of Gonzalo Pelat. Good hustle from Martinez, almost gets past Fox, and well, Dan Fox does his bit there. The tall number 27. And here's previously the skill of Manuel Brunet.
Well, that ultra slow-mo down the baseline, he's taking it up on his left.
Jackson. Without a touch behind.
And Jackson brought the ball back infield because he thought that he was going to get the long corner. Just needs to be a little bit careful about that. It was a hopeful move to try and persuade the umpire that he hadn't actually touched it over the baseline himself. Surely, I wouldn't dribble over there.
It's being a bit sneaky to try and... Well, I mean, it's interesting. If England was playing the Netherlands or Australia, which is a team which will play from intensity at any part of the park, it's probably a better tactic. Against Argentina, when they're very happy to take their time at the back, perhaps doesn't have the same impact. Matthias Rey trying to look for that one-out man. But, well, for a moment, I thought Hort had done his job, but now Marsili is down the right for Argentina. Slaps it in, took a deflection. Long ball, long corner for this man, Carlos Retegui and his men. Marsili. Oh, no, that was a good cross. And again, bit of a danger there. That Pina might have been threatened, but no touch from Barreiros.
The reverse here, not connected well. The stick's chopped down on top of the ball. Lewis suggesting that it was dangerous as it went past him.
Weir. That's
Great
a good long ball. Brogdon. A little isolated, though. And now the cavalry comes back.
Got a pass to his right.
Goes out there. Still no circle penetration, and what looked as a promising build-up will be a free hit for Argentina.
Well, Michael Hoare had burst forward on the right-hand side. Brogdon had seen him. Hoore's first touch, he didn't quite hit it hard enough. He just needed to really believe in the interception of that pass and just accelerate forwards as soon as he got it. If his first touch had gone 2, 3, 4 metres in front of him, he could have really dominated the space and gone to the circle.
21 minutes played, 14 to the break, 0-0, Argentina and England. The second last game of the 2014 Hockey World Cup from The Hague in the Netherlands. Only Australia and the Netherlands to come in the battle for the gold medal. England with the lion's share of possession. Fox to Dixon. It's closed down by Brunet. Back to Fox and through Lewis. England trying to work its way around this Argentinian defence. Paul finds himself in a bit of strife. Good press from Marsili. Now the hard-working Barreiros is scurrying around, but well, they've done well there, Argentina. Brunet with a good touch, denying England that work around the fringes. Lucas Villa. Where's his option? A little turn, a little swivel.
Well, his option had been Mazzilli, but he needed to pop that pass a lot earlier. Mazzilli now leading out as the ball gets creamed in.
It was Lopez, and Pina closed the angle down well. Never really a chance for Barreiros close to the back line. But a long corner, and the pressure is maintained. But only for the touch of Brogdon and Jackson. And now perhaps Ash Jackson. This is the kind of broken field play that he likes. Lost the ball, and looked like a stick chop there, but the umpire says play on, and we're seeing a bit of space in midfield, but Brunet won't take it on. Even there's a prime example. Brunet had a knee on the attacking side of halfway out in the left. Didn't want to take the game on. Nannini. Well, whacked out of the air by Mantell. That was pretty well done. And wins the free hit.
Yeah, going back to Pina's activity. Sure, we'll see it here. The ball gets drilled in. He gets half touch that goes out to the baseline from Lewis. Pinner deciding he's going to get on top of that, and I think that's valid, because it's not the shot from Paredes that's the real problem. It's if it goes past Pinner to the far post. Paredes doesn't know whether he's got a man there, but that's a good bottom of the foot, and looking at the angles, if Pinner hadn't got that touch, I think that was going on goal.
And even since the start of the game, a few more fans are just taking their seats here in Kyocera Stadium. There'll be 15,000 locals, or majority of them in orange, and supporting the Netherlands in the gold medal game, which is our next game here. But the stage for bronze is building nicely with a tight opening phase, no goals as yet, and the crowd slowly swelling.
You look at the opportunities, and aside from a few moments from Catlin, it's been limited for England within the Argentinian 25. Argentina have looked that little bit more dangerous.
Fans looking for something to cheer about here. That was well, interesting. England's ball looked like a bit of a stick chop from Jackson. He's the beneficiary of that call and can set things up for a next attacking foray. Catlin and Jackson trying to work them through. Now the captain, Middleton.
Jackson loves
comes
those.
around, yeah, gets it in the air, does it again. Jackson into the D, almost.
That's a huge shoulder. That's a huge shoulder.
You reckon?
Yeah, absolutely. You just look at the body position of Jackson as he carries it. He may be slightly out of control, but there's a push.
If he was on the ball, I reckon he could have held his feet. There you go. But he had a right to go to ground.
Just let us know if you think it is.
England still in attack.
Oh, nothing.
It's a great thing about sport. See it different ways. Ozzy reckons the palm's gone down. The Englishman says, oh, push.
Captain.
You and I may disagree on a couple of things this afternoon,
right.
then.
Guys, quiet. Okay, no more. Yeah, there's no push. There's contact, nothing more. Okay.
And the clock's just malfunctioned for a moment, unfortunately. So to see top. I just had a look at the scoreboard and I saw 25 minutes left. I said, surely that's not 10 minutes of hockey that have been played. And so here's another look. You decide at home.
Well, this is Jackson going through. There's nothing there. That's fine. It's that contact, the shoulder to shoulder. You just see his upper body move. And you're right. If he'd been carrying the ball in a strong position with more of an opportunity, you may well have seen him try and bounce through that tackle. It was all a bit uncontrolled, and realising that the free hit would bring sustained possession.
Well, that looks like a nudge, but Catlin comes away. Bit of physicality in this. And Catlin has some space over the halfway line, still going. 2-on-2 ahead, but well, the quality of service probably. You couldn't blame Nick Catlin there. He'd done so much work trying to get it to Tom Carson.
I didn't see them doing it. Okay.
He's been huge this tournament for England.
A great dribbler. He has been. He's been exceptional. Grown as a player over the last few years. Great awareness. Has to go to ground to deliver the pass to Carson. He could give no more.
Bobby Crutchley thinking he's at Lord's there with the appeal.
No control.
Middleton. Just see every little 5-minute block, the intensity lifting, and now we've rectified that issue with the time. There's 8.5 to go in the first half.
So we can hear that call over the airwaves. Get in the D, Tom. Get in the D, Tom. Encouraging Tom Carson to go much, much higher, get away from play, stretch the Argentinian defence.
Well, there he did a little around the back move, and the Jackson pass was good, but again, it's Argentina's miserly defence. Lucas Ray puts it out for Manini, and he's got some help in Paredes. Well, there was 3 Argentinians ahead of him and about 7 Englishmen.
Yeah, Mantel's work onto Paredes meant that he had to go backwards.
Brunette with the cross, and perhaps just hoping for a foot there from Ian Lewis, but he did well to trap with the stick, although it went over the back line.
Okay.
This is where the danger lies for England. Perhaps not from the direct threat, but if Argentina can work it inside the circle and get a foot, need the skills to be good, as they were there from Lewis. And Carson's going to come away. Whoops. Got tagged.
Yeah, might have just caught the head of his opponent's stick as he was cutting in field. But you're right about the danger to England. We see now Carson as he comes in field. I'm not sure there is much contact at all. Just toe stick. There you go. Yeah. Just toe. Affects the balance of a player who's twisting and trying to accelerate. Goes to ground.
That's a very good call from the official. A super slow-mo cameras taking it right to the heart of the action here at the 2014 Hockey World Cup. England looking for only its second ever medal in this tournament, and Argentina its first. So it's a rare day for both of these countries in men's hockey. As a few of the fans come in from outside, a few of the instruments have made their way in as well. And that, and a little deflection to no consequence from Lucas Martinez.
That's the beauty for all the teams in this competition. The local Dutch hockey audience, so knowledgeable but also so passionate. It's not just about coming in to see their own fans, although obviously that's why they have done so. They'll come in and watch 2, 3, 4 games of hockey a day to enjoy the contest between these international sides.
Villa again, he's an ever-present threat, it seems, inside the D for Martinez. Long corner, again a swarming defence, 3-on-1 there, with England getting back around Martinez. Now Lopez. Martin hustling and hassling, he retreats the 5 and does well to get that low stick down.
Does amazingly well. The flexibility and balance and poise of these athletes on both sides.
And that's a dangerous ball from... Oh no, it's still Argentina's ball. That must have taken...
Came up for an England stick.
Yeah. For a moment I just thought it was a poor backhand from Gilardi. But that's off an England stick again. So this is a sustained press from Argentina, trying to draw the first penalty corner of the contest, and they've got it. You can see what they were about there. And it's time for the big Gonzo to step forth.
Lewis trying desperately hard to get his feet out of the way. Ball driven in, it was an early long corner. Lewis, he's got his stick just about in the right place. He's caught the head of the stick as well, but he's done superbly to get in the right place, but just the handle of his stick that little bit high.
The number 2, the leading scorer in the tournament, the 21-year-old Gonzalo Payat. 2 hat-tricks. And Ibarra is there with him. Do they go to the number 1 man, or is there a tricky option? No, it's Palat. It's saved by Pinner right out of the left mitt. Power and precision from the 21-year-old. Back inside the D-wall for half a moment, and again it's Catlin, the man in the moment of need. But dispossessed, and Ibarra with some help. Matthias Ray. No, England away.
Yeah, backstick call as Matthias Ray comes in. What's the matter with Pinner? What's been hit is she's taking a little bit of a breather.
He's going to get the ball and he gets me. Barry. Lack of skills. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so he's been hit by Middleton. So Pinner's gone. We see the slow-mo. Dan Fox accelerating off the goal line, out to Piat. Left hand from Pinner is a great save, but Middleton smacked him on the back of the elbow as he's also gone for it on the line. Body's open, reasonably easy to read from there.
It's the power and pace that we've seen. Palat, at times, we've seen him find the corners brilliantly, but because of his absolute brute force, he's beaten many a keeper at this tournament with a similar type of trajectory.
He has indeed, and what Pinner's done well is he stayed balanced and accelerated towards the ball. He's not static and on his heels, stayed on his 4 foot, and that's a push in the back. We could see a card here.
Yep. So Lucas Martinez sent to the technical area for arrest.
You don't push him over. Go round him.
The conversation that Martin Man that we can hear is with Mateus Villa, who's having a quiet word going, what's the problem? And he's like, well, you can't just shove him in the back and flatten him. I know Martinez is going for the ball, but that's a little over-aggressive.
Yeah, I think he's probably saying, well, I got the touch, but the manner in which you were able to do that, Lucas, sees you sit down for 2 minutes. 3 minutes to the break. We haven't seen a goal. Haven't seen too many chances. A very tight battle between these two teams. That's off Jackson's foot. Argentina, though, just with a few good moments in the back end of this first half.
Well, I think Rabobank will be a little frustrated by how his big players haven't got any amount of decent balls. So Mazzilli very little, Brunet very little, and they're the people who've really taken opponents apart during the course of this tournament.
Hands on the sticks and I'll be happy.
Umpire's just making sure all players are 5 metres away. Matthias Ray. And Lucas trying to really chop it in there.
Henry Weir really strong in denying that ball into the circle.
Lopez. And you get the feeling they'll be trying to repeat what they were able to achieve just a moment or so ago. Into the D. Did that go over the side?
If you look at Henry Weir's position, I think he's just getting caught out, so he has to go to backhand. That's better.
Oh, that's right into the jaw. Trouble here. That's a very dangerous ball from Lopez, and it's... Oh, I thought it hit him in the face. It might be his
He might have got a hand up.
Oh.
He might have got a hand up just to get in the way.
Free hit for them, it went off your stick.
So it's still going to be Argentina's ball, so I thought it was just a poor hit in from Lopez, but it lifted off a defender's stick, and this is the kind of unfortunate accident that can happen. Hopefully, hopefully he's okay. I haven't seen any blood. That's the first positive sign.
Yeah, of course it is, and the fact that he's talking, he's pointing, he's moving his hands suggests that it wasn't the head hit that we first thought it was going to be. And he's up, so it's just hand. He's coming out.
Lucas Villa back to his feet, and another look off Weir's stick, and oh, it's almost like a throat ball in cricket.
It's come up. He's got it. Yeah, it's his right wrist. Fortunately, it's come off his stick as well. And I say fortunately because it means that you can just deflect a bit of the impact. If your hands are on your stick, the ball crushes the hand between the ball and the stick handle itself, and you often get splinter fractures.
Well, it's Lucas Villa in serious trouble, and that's one element of the game outside of the fact that you know, we hope he's okay. It's going to change the game because he's been an instrumental part of Argentina trying to find any creativity in midfield, and just as the place to the side here, he's walking along trying to work out whether or not he can grip his stick.
Well, the physios will work on that as we go down towards half-time. The physios have got a good 10 minutes to get ice on it, to get the inflammation down, to probably get some anti-inflammatory drugs into his system just to bring down all the swelling and all the bruising. And if it isn't broken and he feels, or even if it is, it's just a split, and he feels he can play, he will play again. Well,
He's not going to die wondering, that's for sure. Last 35 minutes of the tournament, first ever medal at a World Cup up for grabs for Argentina. Let's hope he's okay. That's to come on the other side of the break. There's 40 seconds before we reach the fulcrum here, and a chance for Middleton to create. Great ball, penalty corner England. The captain again with a wonderful piece of work.
Well, Middleton's feet appear to have been taken from underneath him. That's what Madden's given it for, but there might be a contest here. Mazzilli suggesting as Middleton drives, there's the foot contact. It's just a tiny little tap tackle, but even if it wasn't given for that, the ball up off Vivaldi. Tiniest contact makes Middleton go to ground. He's not going to fall over there if there isn't contact.
So this will be the last play of the half. The time will count down. And that's why England has all its players at the top of the circle. Options are plenty. Jackson's there, Gleghorn's there. Who will it be? Okay. Last play of the first half, looking for the first goal. Jackson it is, and that's gone up into the chest of the defender, and that will be half-time.
Time is over.
That's half-time. Dangerous into the chest. No repeat corner. Ball cleared. Half-time. There's 35 minutes of hockey as we have another look.
Jackson just gets underneath it a little bit too much. That's gone into the abdomen of the #1 runner. He's got under that. If it hadn't hit him, it was going about 3 miles over the bar.
And there's the concerning wrist of Lucas Villa. Hopefully, for Argentina's cause, he can come back, and Ashley Jackson will take a rest along with the rest of his teammates. And we look forward to what the second 35 will present. A tight opening half here without a goal at the Kyocera Stadium. The penultimate game of the Hockey World Cup here in The Hague for 2012. Through 35 of the bronze medal battle, it's Argentina 0, England 0. 35 minutes down, and perhaps only 35 minutes left, or will we see a shootout here? No goals between Argentina and England in the first half of the bronze medal match. Welcome back to The Hague on this Sunday afternoon. Here are the first half highlights. A half of few chances, but nonetheless some pretty tight hockey, Simon.
Yeah, Martin all on his own down the baseline. Vivaldi called into action, but was one of few forays with the ball under control into the Argentinian circle for England. Not enough players committing to the attack. Mantel there in the end. So Argentina, who came forward, half a touch meant that Pina had to come out and make a left foot save. The heel of his left boot, denying Barrados. Lovely ball in, half touch from Lewis, giving the opportunity to the Argentinian. Pina having to cover both the cross and the shot. And then this, the one opportunity from the leading goal scorer in the tournament, taken by Pina. Big left-hand save. Middleton behind him and actually giving him a crack on the elbow for good measure. Long, long drag. Number one runner nowhere near it. Pina with a big left foam mitt, taking it away.
Well, Argentina 7 times inside the circle to England's 2. England just a little bit more ball, but as you can see, not too many shots on goal, only the one penalty corner each. An arm wrestle, as they'd say in the classics in the first half. Throughout the tournament, I hope you've enjoyed our tweets at FIH_hockey. Never too late to follow us because of everything else that will continue to be tweeted about the world of hockey, and same for the Facebook page. I'm sure that the Dutch women are happy that they're back on social media. There was a lockout for the likes of Hague, Van Aert and friends from the start of the tournament, but as soon as they got in the rooms last night, Simon, after they'd won the gold medal against the Hockeyroos of Australia, oh, the Instagrams, the tweets, the Facebook posts, they were flowing from the women in orange.
Well, I think within about 15 minutes there was a photograph of the World Cup in an ice bath with the Dutch team.
Oh, and Stocky's back. What a star he has been of The Hague 2014, shooting merchandise into the crowd, or sometimes short of it, depending on how much gas is in the gun. Yep. Yeah, he's at times been Gonzalo Payat with power, but at others he's been the great Gonzo with a terrible crash to the turf, if you know the Muppets. Well, they pick up World Cup medal for the first time. A wonderful tournament from the imminent world number 7. No matter the result today, they'll lift to 7 in the world rankings, the team that came in as the number 11 in the world. And the World Cup daily being read intently there by some of the fans. One half to go here, and then one game left. The gold medal game between the Netherlands and Australia. Will he get another chance to unleash in this second half? It seems the clear and present danger. And let's get down to Charlie Broom's got a member of the England coaching staff with him.
Andy, don't worry. Just legit quickly, your take on a tight game from an England perspective.
Well, we've just got to be a little bit quicker around the pitch and a bit more switched on, and make more use of the ball in their 25. Simply it. It's a tight game. It's going to be a tight, could go either way. Just one goal could settle it. So we've got to take our corners, but really we've got to make a lot more use of having the ball in their attacking 25. That's the key.
Andy, thank you.
So there's Andy Halliday from the England coaching team. Share and share alike here in The Hague. Pass him up here. Fancy a crisp. So the players take their positions and we wait for the whistle to resume hostility, and it looks like Lucas Villa, just out of screen, has tried to get back out on the pitch, but has to wait. England to the right of screen in the second half. Yet to see a goal in this battle for bronze. And right away, a chance for Catlin. Again, a physical contest there as Matthias Ray was trying to come away, buffeting of bodies, a bit of dodgem car action.
Well, Catlin had taken advantage of a ball that had stopped itself just outside the dotted line, so the England free hit was pretty much instantaneous. But Matthias Ray stepping forward, protecting the space, bouncing Catlin away from goal.
Gleghorn to Martin. Well, good work from Gilardi there to regather his stick and dangerously in. Argentina to come away. And here is Lucas Villa. It looks like he might be able to continue. Yes, he's coming back out there. So that's great news for Argentina, having taken a nasty, nasty blow on his hand just before the break.
Well, the advantage being, if there is one, is that the blow was on his right hand, and the left hand is the grip hand at the top of the stick. That provides the power. The right hand is more of a supporting hand, the stick rotating through a looser grip. So if he's got a problem with one of his knuckles, some bruising, maybe a split, he should be okay.
Now Gleghorn's got a problem. I think he's got one on the knee, has he?
Might be on his ankle, front of his ankle.
Yeah.
Now, he's had problems with his ankles before, so dependent upon what old injuries are. This is just dragged in, long drag as he's jumped. It's caught him just underneath his shin pad, in the front of his ankle, above the tongue of his shoe.
Huge calf muscles. Mark Gleghorn. But yeah, if you avoid the muscle and get the bone, there's always a stinger to be had there. And the patience from the Lions. Dix, his ball here. Well, esteemed that the defender had the right to play at that ball, and Argentina wasn't five to that overhead, so that's why England won that free hit. But turnover in midfield, and Matthias Ray gets it moving, and here's a bit of swiftness as Paredes moves it out to the right-hand side. Argentina's first chance of the second half. Lopez unable to get a cross in.
And you do feel it's just going to be one of those moments where a team doesn't react quickly enough to turnover. One team takes advantage of some hesitancy, steps forward, wins a free hit, accelerates with one or two men.
Wait.
Lucas Ray trying to create, but Lewis there almost had his back pocket pinched by Paredes.
Yeah, but he knew Paredes was coming, and as soon as he probably got a call, but certainly heard Paredes coming up behind him, he set himself, pulled the ball back in his stance, drew the contact and the foul.
England looking for just its second World Cup medal, to go with the silver it earned in London in 1986. Beaten for the bronze medal in the last two major tournaments by the Netherlands at the last World Cup and by Australia at the Olympic Games in London. So it's a familiar scene for England / Great Britain, but these men, certainly a number of them playing in those games.
And it's that tournament consistency, it's the ability to get to this latter stage of the tournament, the big games in front of big crowds, huge amount of pressure. The learning experience, regardless of the outcome of this game, is hugely valuable to players. It gives them a belief of where they can get to as they play through the course of it. Getting up into that top four consistently, hugely valuable on so many levels.
So is there a way through this midfield, or perhaps around it? Poor for England.
It's going to take that kind of pass. It's going to take that kind of crossfield pass, miss out the second defender. Dixon now taking a fullback position. Unusual. England leading away in front of him. Hoare now just rolling back round the bottom of the screen into right half.
Well, Middleton ran a good line, and that's an incisive little ball. Jackson's skill just evades him under pressure. And Lucas Ray comes away. Oh, Middleton.
Ball.
Great challenge. Play ball. Just trying to receive back there. Gleghorn hoping to work the 1-2. Barry Middleton. After all these years, still battling away for England. Martin, bit of space on the right. Easy to get it into the D, but was very close to the back line. Seen behind. Martin. Catlin.
And in this bottom corner, Argentina have been able to get 4, sometimes even 5 defenders in the face of a single England attacker. And as Lewis brings it up now, there needs to be some lateral transfer, a little bit higher, possibly a little bit flatter across, so that England can drive into a different space. Fox very, very nearly getting unpicked.
Nasili with good press, and Paredes is there as well, so there's a couple of high there for Argentina. So Fox says, I'll take the space and see if we're going to work something here. Nice turn from Martin. That foot came just outside the D.
Brogdon was looking for Martin to knock the ball back to him, so that some momentum could be maintained for England.
Lewis, all the men are very high now. That back line for England is just behind the 23-metre line. And all 10 Argentinian field defenders inside the quarter off a defensive stick. Penalty corner. Penalty corner as Jackson took the chance to whack it in from outside the 23.
Yeah, people would have expected Jackson to pick that and deliver it off a flick, so a little bit of uncertainty caused by the tap and hit. See the tap, there's the hit. Middleton gone far post. Brunet, I didn't touch Brunet, it was in front. It was the lift that was perceived to be dangerous. Takes a touch in the middle of the circle, and that bottom of the stick takes it past Middleton's head. Brocal immediately saying the danger, seeing the danger and giving the corner.
Jackson and Gleghorn at the top of the penalty corner battery. We still look for our first goal in the bronze medal game. England's chance here early in the second half. It's Gleghorn, and it's saved by Vivaldi.
There's a clash, huge clash.
Oh, I was watching the flight of the ball. Let's have a look at what's happened here.
Now Gleghorn's been hit by the #1 runner.
Paredes is up and okay, Gleghorn's okay as well. I must admit, I was watching the flight of the ball, so here's another look at this.
There's 2 men gone at Gleghorn. Oh, now he's just gone sideways. They're not looking at each other. That's an accidental clash, and it's the dead leg there. Vivaldi pushing up, quads, hamstrings tightening to drive him upwards. Eyes on the ball all the way through.
Oh, Jackson, again! Oh, that was saved by Vivaldi. How did he get a shot away there, Ashley Jackson?
Well, Jackson carries the ball on the end of his stick with such feeling, he can almost not look at it. He just feels the ball, carries it and flicks it off his wrists. It's how he delivers penalty corners. It's not the long, long drag we see from some of the longer levered players.
And now, perhaps a chance on the counter for Argentina. Nasili, a speedy man, but a lone ranger. He goes down in a dramatic fashion. It's enough to win the free hit. Stick flying, body tumbling. Game opening up, perhaps. Lucas Ray to Manuel Brunet. And now we see Pedro Ibarra control. England not really committed. Oh, and inside the circle.
11 green card. 11 green card.
Oh, green card coming up for Joaquin Manini. From what we can pick up in our effects microphone, so Manini's got a 2-minute suspension. And again, I was looking at the ball and you hear action away from the trajectory.
Martin Brocal calling that, the disengaged umpire. And Pinner also just wandering out. He's seen what's happened in front of him. Contact on Middleton in the circle.
So Joaquin Manini with a 2-minute suspension. Here we go on the long-range shot. Look in the circle there, and
well, it looked like not a massive contact, but it must have been something. And Barry Middleton is made of steel at times, and he won't go down unless there's something completely necessary. It's just taking him off his balance, taking him unexpected.
And the kind of suspension that is given there on occasions is for repeated infringements, as that slap ball draws another kick from Vivaldi. Still in? No, behind. Yes, it may not have looked like much on the replay you just saw, but of course out of shot there are times. And here's Jackson's trickery and skill.
He just asked about how he got the shots away. He knew as soon as he gone there, little tap, open hand. He's literally carried that on his stick about 3 or 4 inches to get the whip towards Vivaldi's goal.
Yeah. Other way, other way.
2 goals in the tournament so far, and Juan Vivaldi has done a very good job in goal for Argentina on this terrific surge that they've made at the 2014 World Cup. 26 minutes to find a goal in regulation, or we go to the shootout.
And at the moment, it's England who are creating a few chances. they've managed to stifle some of the Argentinian flair. Every now and again, it's actually when England attack that Argentina look like they could be the most dangerous. Just a moment ago, the steal to create the 3-on-3. There's limited, meaningful possession going forward, certainly over the 25. There's bits going over the halfway line, but England just snuffing it out.
Brunette links with Paredes, and Weir's there to just ensure it has to go over the side. Matthias Ray. Gilari. Lucas Ray, and back for Ibarra. Argentina having 7 of the 10 circle penetrations in the game. Still just a few seconds before Manini can rejoin. And you have to... There's an interesting stat. 3 on 4 shots. So not huge amounts of opportunities for either team in this. It's tightly forward affair, and Paredes has just come on from the interchange, and he's a loose man down the left. Weir tracks him. Paredes will just bump Weir out of the way, and that should be a free hit for England. Yeah, it was given one way by one official.
It's a push first.
The guy got the good stick, good ball.
Okay.
This is good teamwork, yeah. It was a loose touch from Paredes, and he just crashed into the defender.
Yeah, that's good control from the umpires. We see here Martin Grochal knowing that Henry Weir had got the first touch, and then it's just shoulder to shoulder, pushed out the way. Umpire, good communication. Grochal saw the touch. There's no way that Martin Madden would have seen it from the angle that he was on.
Shingles has got a bit of territory on the right-hand side. And Mantell, I haven't seen too much of him today. The salt and pepperhead number 8 for England.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that we've seen none of the forwards, really, because there's not been much meaningful build-up through midfield to pass the ball to them. It's all been interception play and counter-attack. So it's been the midfielders who've been carrying. Jackson, Middleton, Catlin have been carrying through the England midfield. Condon quiet, Carson quiet, Mantell quiet in front. And the same for Argentina.
Brunette's not happy with proceedings there. And now, well, Middleton's been dispossessed in midfield, and numbers on this surge for Argentina as, well, Lucas Ray found his man inside the D, but England spared an attack on goal.
Middleton was dispossessed, but it just shows the fine line between success and failure at this level. That pass was all of half a metre out of position.
Now at the other end, Dixon from Mantell. Middleton, that's an incisive pass. Middleton, long corner. And just trying to get it inside the D, win a penalty corner, that bouncing ball. Carson's going to get onto it. Shingles dispossessed. And Matthias Ray to come away. This is starting to open up a little. Nice little piece of work there. The injured man Villa out there, still operating for Argentina. Matsili, oh, poor skill, tried on it.
Well, I thought England hadn't committed enough men to Veer in the first place. As he came down the middle, it was one-on-one. And all these players, ideally what Lewis needs to be doing is trying to police the midline and offering support to any defender that gets isolated.
Action Jackson. And Bobby Crutchley in the distance. England have found a couple of late winners in this tournament. Match day 2 of the pool phase. A Simon Mantell penalty corner conversion a minute from time gave them a win over India, 2-1. Nice challenge there from Fox. And
good outlet from Fox, finding the lateral pass to Catlin. However, he's all on his own, and Piat can police that.
Well, not only that late winner against India, but of course, the Ian Lewis stroke 4 minutes from the hooter against Belgium was a winner there. Marsili gets all the way inside the D. Only man there. Does well, though, to win the long corner. There's 4 defenders on one Argentinian attacker there.
And that's what he's done consistently over the last 2 weeks. No hesitation, not been afraid, stepped in, delivered. Pinner having to be in exactly the right position. The danger is that you're slightly offset. We see here, pick, run, baseline, find some space as he's gone to the air. Great round Dan Fox. And from this angle, thumps it into Pinner's toes. Pinner having to have his feet right together.
was on target. And the keeper doing a good job to protect that gap between
Lewis has lost it.
And post. That's Matthias Ray again. Lopez cracks it in, and that was off a stick. Reverse shot from Matthias Ray goes awry, and I think they're going to go back here.
No, the two umpires.
You want to go for a fair. Okay.
I thought that was off the stick of the defender. Is that what they're going for?
Yeah. Sorry, but I'm not sure what...
They've gone for a Marcin Grocko saying that he's not sure what it was, but the players immediately.
English are saying it's his stick. You have a check?
Yeah, I called it as a stick in the commentary.
For the body?
Yeah, corners for the body, yeah.
Can you check if it hit the stick, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the instantaneous reaction of several players always suggests to me that a wrong decision has been made. That's popped out. It's now the upright, but yeah, stick handle. This will not take long.
Martin, I have a decision for you.
Yeah.
The ball has hit the stick and not the body. Continue with the long corner.
Okay, thank you.
So England keeps its referral.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you look, both teams had lined up for the long corner, so they knew exactly what the outcome should have been. No guarantee with our angles sometimes, but that one of the most simple of the tournament.
As we approach 20 minutes to go. No goals in the bronze medal game. Argentina in the top 4 of a World Cup or Olympic tournament for the first time. And England playing up to its world ranking at least of number 4, but interestingly needs to win this game to stay there because of the intricacies of the ranking system and Belgium's good performances of the last couple of years. Now Barreiros trying to work that corner. Good low stick from Weir and push clear for Catlin to try and run away again. Can he get it to Fox, who'd run for him? He's perhaps held it on his stick too long there, but Martin helps out.
Fox can go if he gets the ball.
He's just been standing there waiting, hasn't he? Yeah.
And the pass from Martin wasn't quite slick enough. Piat managing to get the end of a stick to it.
Brogdon. Well, there was a bit of a shove there from Manini. He's already seen the naughty corner with a 2-minute green card a moment ago.
If England can go lateral again and yet again, Fox is out on this right-hand side. If England can get it to him, too slow.
You'll get it, but the deflection goes over the side. So Argentina survived that little sojourn downfield. Dan Fox, a man who's played a few first-class games of cricket as well as nearly 100 appearances for England in hockey. And a long ball here gives Argentina yet another chance. Paredes trying to work something. Takes the auto pass with 3 against him. Lopez. Trevisan, and now another backline run into the foot. Well done. That's a very well executed piece of play from Manini. Never was looking for a teammate to cross to. Drove to the back line, found the English foot, and another penalty corner won by the Lions.
And the tactics are absolutely simple for Argentina. They want to get into the corners of the D, down where the baseline crosses the D-line, and just pull it back and look for feet. Tough for England to get in the right positions defensively. Just need to be a little smarter in those areas.
1 against the Netherlands, 3 against New Zealand, 3 against Korea, 2 against South Africa, and 1 against Australia. That's the scoring progression for the 10 that this man has scored throughout the tournament. The leading scorer, Gonzalo Pillat. Again, the lead runner gets in his way. Fox coming out hard and doing a good job, and now England on the counter. Martin's got Carson running hard. There are a couple of Argentinian defenders back. Catlin to Carson, and it's behind. And a relieving 15-metre hit coming up.
And still, both teams half a metre away from perfection. Great running from Dan Fox, vertical stick. He's not hanging a stick out to dry. He's running at that absolutely down the line, blocking his foot position, denying Piat one side of the goal. And as the game goes on, if Argentina win more corners, I wouldn't be surprised to see Piat rotating off to a different castle, away to the right-hand side of the attack of the goal from an attacking perspective. All the castles themselves to shift laterally to open up different spaces, make Fox change his line of run.
On shoulder
Argentina again. Lopez with a crunching ball,
first.
but
Shoulder first, come on.
seen
Yeah,
behind
that's why it's just a
by the
foul.
keeper.
No, my fault.
Now Lopez tries the crash ball once more. Lewis gets a low stick and Jackson the beneficiary of it. Middleton trying his best, but Piat there in defence. And he's straight back to Jackson with Paredes there. Dixon gives it back to Ash Jackson. And that's too much of an ask for Brogdon, but perhaps Gleghorn can pull it in. Yes, he does. And
Oh,
shows
great
a nice
skill.
bit of skill. Mark Gleghorn for England. Now Dan Fox inside the D.
Now England have got to work. England have got to work if they come back. Cut in field from Mazzilli.
He's got pace and skill, but hasn't got much help. Now Villa arrives. He's a dangerous man on the ball. Fox had a boot in there, according to the umpire.
That's his stick. That's the cleanest stick take you'll see. Martin Madden just making a mistake there as he's read the tackle slightly differently to anybody else on the ground.
Lopez, and back from right to left it comes. Brunette. Good stretch from the injured man. Villa, good ball, near far post, great composure, goal to Argentina. Paredes puts the Lions ahead.
Well, Dixon's been caught out deep in the England defence. Paredes taking his time. Great composure.
Searing ball from Villa.
Crashed in. Dixon out of position, going behind Pinner. Should have gone to put more pressure on the ball carrier. He's been completely outdone. Front marking, wrong lines, gone behind to save the first shot. Pinner very, very nearly getting it. Watch how close he is on the second phase. Good for a big man. Recovery gets bottom of arm, but it goes through him, not wide of the post.
The goal coming 15 minutes from time. Argentina 1, England 0. The first goal of the tournament for the veteran Matias Paredes. And there might be a second here for Argentina within moments. That might be enough for the bronze medal. Argentina 2-0. Jubilation for the men from South America.
And that's an outstanding finish, absolutely outstanding finish. And I think that's Paredes again. I think Paredes set 2 in 2. Pick, roll, great skill from Villa. Look at this down the baseline, pull it back, lifts it first time. Past Pinner, nothing he could do. Poor defending in the middle of the circle. England flat-footed. What an open-handed Gretzky finish. Slaps at it, in it goes.
Jubilation for Carlos Retegui and Matias Paredes. 2 goals back-to-back, and 2-0 the lead to Argentina, and England must press hard now. They've got the chance. Well, it's gone from 0 to 100 this game, as far as the goals are concerned.
But this one goes in as well. Suddenly it's 2-1 from 0-0 3 minutes ago. England have to go forward. Throw caution to the wind. You may as well lose 3 and 4-0 than not give it a crack. You change your tactics now with 13 to go. You throw up a high forward, play a front 2 vertically rather than laterally. Cut the pitch in half, try and get passes to high players.
Well, can Gleghorn or Jackson continue the frenzy? Or will there be a variation? We've seen Middleton slide down low throughout the tournament. England to answer here. Jackson, Middleton, oh, saved by Vivaldi, it was the variation.
That's an unbelievable pick by the goalkeeper. That corner could not have been done any better. You called it, Quinton, before it even started. Middleton looked interested on the right-hand side of the circle. Jackson's delivery was pinpoint.
Still a chance.
Backstick
Brogdon was
called.
there looming.
Backstick called against Brogdon.
Is this the same game?
Suddenly it's just taken an injection of something. Perfect execution, stopped dead, fired out. What a bit of goalkeeping. There's a suggestion it came down onto the lineman's foot off Vivaldi. I think it comes down onto the lineman's toes, but that's an exceptional save. And then Brogdon coming in, blown for back sticks in the end.
12 minutes to play. And a loose ball. Payet trying to slice through midfield, but a great interception by Condon. Oh, he was looking there for Gleghorn, but Argentina will come away. There's the man, Matias Paredes, the veteran with back-to-back goals, which has Argentina within sight of its first major international men's hockey medal. That was
what a takedown from Michael Hall, but the passes to Catlin under pressure. Can he roll away?
Well, good hustle from Masili. As Brunettes on that occasion. They work in tandem, that pair, through midfield. 2 goals in a World Cup bronze medal match.
And away to the left of our picture in the stand, the Argentinian fans bouncing up and down and leading the Dutch fans, creating some noise every time Argentina come forwards.
Well, England needs one soon just to ensure that there is the possibility of a tying goal as the timepiece ticks. So time the enemy of England as well as the scoreboard. Charged in by Rossi, and again Pinner on his toes. Bohr trying to extricate, and there is space now for Fox.
Middleton's leading in front of Fox if Fox can find him.
Well read by Matthias Ray, but Fox follows up.
Great cover tackling from Mazzilli. It was just back stick as Fox led through.
Jackson goes, wins the free hit. Middleton will take it. Fox or Jackson either side, deeper. Mantell outside the D, back to the 5-metre exclusion zone.
Jackson dictating play from this area.
Through Middleton though, and Matthias Ray gets a stick on it. And Argentina survive. Another surge, and the brave Lucas Villa with an injured paw goes down the left wing.
No, he's carrying it one-handed with the left hand on the top of his stick. Right hand almost fending off tackles. Not physically handing him off, but certainly protecting the space that he was trying to run through.
He had it crashed into just before half-time. Or isolation there, Lucas Ray in trouble, and he's going to get a card.
Yellow, I think. Yep.
Yes, for pushing that away. So for the next 5 minutes, the Argentinian captain will sit down. So all bar 4 minutes of the game. Jackson puts it in. Absolute urgency required from England now.
Well, the captain, and that's, again, a silly card, unnecessary, touching the ball away. Now, we saw Argentina in an earlier pool game when they were 2-0 up, go down to 8 men with 3 yellow cards, as we see the first goal from Paredes going underneath Pinner after some poor marking by Adam Dixon in the England circle. And Retegui had only just finished celebrating as it comes across, and Paredes plays it through, flat stick past Lewis, who was trailing in his wake. Probably one of the worst high fives you'll see in this tournament. Little finger to little finger, but they won't care. It's not the celebration that counts.
And what reward for a man of more than 250 appearances for his country. He's seen the tough times for Argentinian men's hockey, while the likes of Aymar and the female team have been the flag bearers for their sport in the country, and now it looks like they're on track to emulate their team here. The Argentinian women beat the USA 2-1 in the bronze medal game yesterday, and could be 2 bronze medals for the South American nation here at this 2014 Hockey World Cup. England's going to keep coming though, and the quick release sees a one-on-one. Gleghorn's in behind his defender, has help up post. Again, Middleton diving, but unable to get the telling touch. Well, they've gone from a moped to a Ferrari as far as the pace in this game.
Well, England have taken Pinner off in goal. They've gone to an 11-man outfield unit. Pinner has been exceptional. I'm not sure there was much he could have done about either of the goals. Let down on the first instance by some poor defending deep in his circle. Did everything he possibly could. And the second one, a well-worked team goal for Argentina.
Lewis, deflection wide. Mantell, I think, was the man.
That did not miss by much. Vivaldi was confident. It's piled in by Lewis. Mantel, actually, it's a good metre and a half, and Vivaldi would have been clean on that. But now, here was Gleghorn around. Middleton going at it with absolutely everything, but was covered by, on the far post, by Geladi.
Yes. So the kicking fullback is out there. There is no man in goal for England, and just saw a shot of Lucas Ray.
And England are going to pick up a yellow card as well. Oh. Michael Hoare, who's just come on as the kicking back.
Well, that takes away that advantage, and they're bringing the keeper back on.
Okay, so bringing the keeper back on, even though there are even numbers. Don't quite understand that, I have to say. For Argentina back to 11.
Well, it was for that
10.
Stick on the shin of Masili. Yeah,
I don't understand why you bring your goalkeeper back on. If you took him off at 11 versus 11, yes, you've had a man sent off. But until Argentina go back up to 11 men, surely you'd still play with that extra man out on pitch.
Still chasing 2 goals.
It doesn't change the tactical situation. 11 versus 11 or 10 versus 10, you still want to have that extra man out on field.
A great challenge from Juan Ignacio Geladi to dispossess Middleton, and it allows Barreiros to just take his time down the right wing. Oh, and Geladi getting in behind Middleton. Just couldn't find the trap. Juan Ignacio Geladi. A little over 6 minutes left, and England just walking up to halfway. Argentina just sandbagging at the back, packing the defence, hoping they can hold back this tide because they've got a hand on the bronze medal. Middleton dinks it in, Barreiros, Jackson to Catlin. Can he get it inside the D and find a foot? Payat keeps it alive. Argentina to come away.
And Payat, knowing that Catlin had gone to ground, he'd fallen over, quite happy just to simply dink it back into Catlin's body. Apologised as soon as he'd done it, but as a professional, he had to get the free hit.
What a busy tournament for this man. The coach, Carlos Retegui, has made an announcement through the Argentinian Federation yesterday that he will no longer be the women's coach, but will remain on as the coach of the men. Extraordinary to think in 21st century sport here at a World Cup we could have a man coaching 2 teams, but that's been his task. He came out with a good quote, something along the lines of, "It's hockey. I could do it 23 hours of the day." Passionate for his sport,
and England have now gone. They have now taken Pinner back off again. I think they've wasted 2 minutes in terms of that rotation, a lack of clarity in what they were doing. But quite often in these pressure situations, it's so difficult to remain completely cold, completely rational, completely perfect in every decision.
Jackson, they need some magic from Ash right now. Catlin, back to Jackson. Can they get inside the D? That was outside. Free hit England at the exclusion zone. So Jackson goes quickly. Dixon, he gets inside the D, but no one's there. Wanted to release it quickly, Adam Dixon, but behind it goes, and every ticking moment ticks closer to Argentina taking the bronze medal. Little that man can do now, but bark, encouragement, nerves from the fans in blue and white. Eyes almost bulging out of the sockets of the coach. And Pinner's tournament is done. Oh, and as we were seeing him go to the bench, the goal that he was tending was vacant, and almost a third for Argentina.
Well, Villa didn't even need to take this down. It's gone over the top of Fox as the kick him back. He just needed, it's exactly what he tried to do. One hand, if his left wrist had just been a fraction stronger, he'd have pulled that back in.
Jackson charging, penalty corner!
England need to set it up quickly though. The whistle hasn't, the clock hasn't stopped. It's still 3 minutes and 41. They're going to go to video probably for absolutely no reason. They have got their referral, but they're not. England will be set up. 25 seconds for the defence to be ready, otherwise cards will come. Jackson driving into the circle, not 5 yards, the first defender.
Well, one might not be enough ultimately, but it will give us a grandstand finish if England can provide here.
If this goes in, it will be an absolute humdinger final 2 minutes, because they'll go to a full court press. They'll chase every single ball.
Can Jackson deliver? Saved by Vivaldi!
That, I reckon, is enough for the bronze medal for Argentina. That save.
And Jackson has almost ripped his arm out of his socket again. He's been having some problems around that part of his body throughout this tournament. He was just flat on his stomach after cranking this shot on goal.
Gave it everything he got, 74 kilometres. That's a great save from Vivaldi, because it's going side netting. He's watched that. Look at the position. Everything on
stick.
it. High stick. Wasn't even his glove. That's an even better save.
And now, well, a chance for Marsili. Can he just get inside the D and have a shot? Oh, good work from Martin to ensure it wasn't another goal. 2 minutes. And, well, Vivaldi has to come out high and bat it away from Middleton.
Well, England chased everything. A minute ago, Veer was trying to go to video referral for the fact that it hit Dan Fox's foot. Forgot that Dan Fox is wearing a bib, so he's effectively a kicking back and can use his feet in the circle, has the privileges of a keeper.
If they get it inside the circle here, Argentina, you'd reckon it'd be a third, but, well, not just yet.
Well, Gleghorn away out of shot to the right-hand side has led right up into Vivaldi's D. But I think it's all just a little bit too late. Argentina will close this out in some way. They'll fight every free hit.
Well, the clearance doesn't come. Marsili, oh, great closing stick there from Martin, was it?
It was Martin.
Yeah.
Martin stepped in behind Michael Hoare. Hoare tried to force the free hit, as he has to do with less than 90 seconds on the clock.
Middleton needs to go in if there is to be any remote hope. And time ticking away. Sucks away the England chance here and brings joy to Argentina's fans with every second. Inside the last minute of a landmark tournament for men's hockey in Argentina. Yet again, England will be denied in a bronze medal game of a major tournament. Middleton, can they at least get one goal? Deflected away from Vivaldi's goal. And the Argentinian fans beneath us in the broadcast position, they're starting to stand and applaud. They're dancing in the stands here at the Kyocera Stadium. Ranked world number 11 coming in, and they're going to take the bronze medal. Another late chance for England. Oh, and on the far post, Martin had a huge opportunity.
Vivaldi's dancing in his goal mouth with his hands up.
The countdown rings out in The Hague. And for the first time, Argentina take a men's medal at the Hockey World Cup. Heartbreak again for England in the playoff for third, but jubilation in blue and white in the Netherlands. 2-0 Argentina, and the goals came back-to-back in a twinkling of an eye to Matias Paredes.
90 seconds of brilliance in the circle. One fantastic finish, one well-worked team goal, and England on the floor having given it absolutely everything, particularly in those last 3 or 4 minutes when they thought they had a chance to get back on parity.
Tears of joy for Argentina and tears of heartbreak for England. The bronze medal goes to Argentina. 2-0. Well, we always see emotion at this point of the tournament, Simon, but oh, the contrast of sport, we know it so well, but to go where none of your countrymen have gone before, it must be an amazingly satisfying feeling inside that camp of blue and white.
Yeah, there's so many emotions at this point for the Argentinians, that winning the game, getting further, making history on the front foot, and they will just be basking in it. Some of them won't be able to take it in. Some of them have been in this team for a long, long time, and it's the culmination of so much hard work to get to this point. They've fought, they've battled. At times it's not been pretty, but at times it's been truly brilliant.
And there he is, the number 10 in blue and white. Just like a number 10 in blue and white would do at other World Cups. Finding the back of the net. And it looks like he's being brought over to have a chat. But before we hear from him, the goals. Patience. What a cool head. And
Dixon's just got caught out. Pinner's gone out as he had to for the first faked shot. What Paredes has done is kept it really low, really well. Now the ball flipped back. It's an open-handed finish with a ball that's 30 centimetres off the deck. Hit it clean, hit it hard. Nothing Pinner could do. He had to commit to the goal line. And Paredes just finishing 2 in less than a minute.
what a tournament for Argentina as they gather. And looks like they're waiting for Paredes, so let's get to him and have a chat. Oh no, he's just disappeared, just as we're about to hear from him with Charlie Broom. But while he goes and joins his teammates, we might get reaction from the other side of the coin, because Barry Middleton is in place as well. We can go to Barry Middleton now with Charlie Broom.
Barry, a very tight game, and it was 90 seconds ultimately that decided your take.
Yeah, basically, we knew that was what it was going to be like, and we made a couple of mistakes, so they scored a couple of good goals, but probably ones we could stop, and it's pretty demoralising to lose to a couple of bad minutes where the game's been so tight, and we played how we wanted to and probably just didn't do enough in the end.
And overall, as a tournament, how has the Hague 2014 been from the England captain's point of view?
Ask me in a few days' time and I might look back on it better. It's pretty hard to take right now, but I think it has been an amazing tournament with everything that's gone on and the kind of journey we've been on to get here. But we wanted a medal so badly, and this is going to hurt us pretty bad, I think.
Thank you, Barry.
Thanks, mate.
And you can see the pain on the face of Dixon and his teammates as well. Denied by the Netherlands at the last World Cup in the bronze medal game. Denied by Argentina here today, and in between denied by Australia at their home Olympic Games in the battle for bronze. But 2 bronze medals for Argentinian hockey. Let's get back down to Charlie.
Matthias, brilliant game. Congratulations. Your reaction, you must be delighted.
Thank you very much. I think we dream on this. A lot of years we fight. We finished 11th, 8th, 9th, 6th. Was the best result of Argentina in these years. Well, and now this 3rd position for us is something that we dream. Well, now it's real.
Well, congratulations on your dream coming true. Enjoy the medal ceremony. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
32 years of age and more than 250 appearances for his country, and 2 goals in a red-letter day for Argentinian men's hockey. Heartbreak for England. We have one of our medalists decided. The other 2 will be decided, the order of which in the last game of the tournament. Australia and the Netherlands to battle for gold imminently, but Argentina celebrate bronze here in the Netherlands.